Welcome back.
And welcome back.
Hi.
To
Salt
Sauna.
Soul.
Today,
Yes.
we are at a different location. We are at European Integrative Wellness, and we have a guest, Tamara Nosa. Did I say your last name right?
Yeah,
You're right.
absolutely right.
Awesome. Tamara Nosa. She is a nurse practitioner and the owner of Integrative Wellness, European Integrative Wellness. And we are so thrilled to have her as our guest today. So we're going to be talking about a lot of good stuff. We're going to talk about some IV therapy. We're going to talk about hormones. We're going to talk about root cause and nutrition. So we're very excited. All the good stuff.
Before we even get started, let's have a little tea.
Sure.
All right.
So today's tea, I think
It's ancient calm.
that's what I thought I put in
The
there.
smell is very good. And I know that you're guys doing by yourself. Yeah.
Yes. So
You're
this
growing.
one is so this one is the blend.
Mm-hmm. What exactly it's in?
So it is sage, lemon balm, and our mint blend. So it's got the peppermint, spearmint, and chocolate mint. I forgot sweetener, so there is no sweetener in this. We're just doing it straight today.
It's okay. It's like for mind clarity and hormone balance. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Mm.
And that's hot.
So tasty.
All right. So Tamara, first, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your journey into the world of medicine, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of stuff.
Okay, so long journey. Originally, I'm from Ukraine, as you guys probably know. I moved here in 2006, I believe, yes, with my husband and one child. Now I have 4 total.
Which is hard to believe.
Growing.
Hard to believe.
In Ukraine, I was a lawyer, and I always was passionate to help people. So when I came here, I started working as a caregiver, helping like patients, and I was like telling my husband, you know what, I really want to go back to school and pursue like medical field degree. So I went back to school. I was working in different offices and taking classes, finished my RNs, and was working in the hospitals, getting experience in different departments like chemo, pulmonary, family practice, all of those. And I always want to have my own practice. So this was my goal. I went back to school, finished for NP, got my full practice authority, opened a med buffer, then added family practice, and I was in patients, and like there was like so many patients, sick patients, and they was asking, oh, why do you have high blood pressure? Like, why do you have diabetes? Why I'm fatigued always, and all of those. So I'm like, I really want to go back and take more classes and go deeper. So not just giving, the Band-Aid and covering the problems and giving, oh, here you go, you have like antibiotics or blood pressure medications or, like metformins, or for fatigue, oh, this is a premenopause or menopause, you need to live with it.
Gotcha.
So no,
Get to the root cause.
What is causing that,
Yeah.
So I went back to school and I'm still taking classes, almost done in IFM Institute. This is my last class.
Okay.
Yay.
I'm so sorry for it. And then I have one more school, A4M. This is for longevity and anti-aging.
Oh,
so there's 2 more classes.
Big stuff that's coming down.
Stuff. Yes.
Yes.
So they're focusing on peptides, stem cells, IV therapies, all the good stuff, to increase your energy and balance and everything. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that you are like a lifelong learner. And I did not know you were a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
How did I not know that?
I don't know. Yeah. When I came here, people were asking, do you want to continue a lawyer? And they was like, oh, you can do a lawyer and, a medical field.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? No.
You really want to switch? Okay.
I want to switch completely and really help, patients.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
Before we get into the deep dive, you said something that really caught my attention because we just came from a biohacking conference.
Oh yes, I missed that. Yeah.
And so I kind of wanted your take on, because there was a few speakers there was really speaking about trying to get to the root cause. One particular was like, hey, let's start looking at DNA. And so can you touch on what is some of the differences that you see with mainstream, like the philosophy of traditional medicine? And it seemed like you're leaning towards one, an understanding of traditional medicine, but also that it's a gap there. And so can you help explain that? Hopefully I asked the question.
So, you did, and there are like a lot of people who doesn't understand what exactly it is, like regular medicine and functional medicine.
Okay.
When I went to school, they was teaching us how to help patients when they have a symptoms.
Okay.
But not the root cause of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, okay, when the patient come in with UTI, you need to give this antibiotic. When the patient come in with high blood pressure, you need you have like 3 or 4 different types of medications that you can switch, and the dosage and everything. So you need to adjust. But they like almost never saying to go deeper and find the root cause, what it's causing. Like in Ukraine, for example, we have like more preventative medicine. There are a lot of like therapies and everything to prevent the disease. Here, it's starting what I see, and find the root cause. This is the main. Because if you're going to find the root cause, we can prevent, people get sicker and sicker and going to a hospital. As I was working in a hospital, even like in a pulmonary, they was asking us, can you guys make sure to prevent readmissions to the hospital? So we need to follow up with the patient. We need to teach them how to take care of themselves, different exercises, going, for example, to a hot studio like saunas, yoga, exercise, eating well, what exactly, how to eliminate the processed food, how to eliminate the toxins and everything. So they was not like really teaching us in that school, in traditional medicine. And also doctor doesn't have time for it. Like who takes insurance, and everything. It's very like unfortunate pressure, to see patients. And their demand of the doctors too. So this is a problem, I think. Too.
So is it, because hearing it at the bio conference, a part of me felt like, is it just designed not to really think about that? Or is it just, it kind of just morphed that way? That it wasn't thinking, our medical system doesn't really think of preventative, don't really go there. Is it as purposeful as I feel like it is? Or is it by happenstance? I ain't trying to get you in trouble, but I'm curious to get your personal take.
You answer the medical side, I'll answer the insurance side.
Sure.
So. I'm sorry, I'm trying to totally hijack the conversation, but I'm totally curious.
It's okay. So, my personal one, what I feel and how I feel. Definitely, there are like a lot of gaps in it, and from a personal one, I wanna just see patients and help them to find the root cause really deeply. I cannot say anything about other doctors. How they treat patients and everything. I've been as a traditional, nurse practitioner, and I was working in traditional family practice too. But as far as I'm going and I see people struggling and having problems, and I cannot fix just, giving them medicine, because if I give one medication, they're going to have a side effect in the future. Then I need to give another medication for it, and another, and keep going, and there are no improvements. So when I sit down, spend time, and explain and teach and gather more information, when did you start having that fatigue? What exactly caused? Did you have the stress? Did you move to different areas? Like what exactly? Did you have like, even like anxiety, from where it's coming from? Any problems at work, in a family? Maybe you had like when you was a child, some problems. something causing that,
Yeah.
all of those problems.
Yeah.
So this is my approach, and I see, preventive medicine, it's very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Sorry,
appreciate it.
tried.
No.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
you
your
have
answer. The crazy thing is,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna shut up because I'm gonna pass the ball over. But like, what you described to me is something that we only see pretty much like on television, right? Like, House or something like that, where they search to find the root cause of something. I'm like, that's not the experience when you go inside a hospital or, I just went to my doctor yesterday. I'm like, she did not try to find out the root cause of why I'm having problems with my one hand. She's just like, hey, I give you, recommendations to the ortho and they give you a shot. And I'm like, okay, and it should last you for a while. I'm like, okay, but I don't know what's happening and what I need to do or not do that is making where I'm losing range of motion in one part of my hand. But on TV, they show us that the doctor finds out and finds the cause. So I don't know. It feels like why can't we have it in real life what we see on TV?
Like there are different doctors for it. So you have traditional medicine, you have functional holistic medicine.
Yeah.
Then unfortunately, as everyone knows, insurance doesn't cover the functional medicine, holistic medicine, preventative medicine, a lot of stuff. And I feel bad for the patients. Definitely, I understand can be expensive and everything, but traditional medicine is just keep going. There are a lot of sick people, and in the hospital, they don't have a time, to sit down with you and find that cause. They are saving your life. You're already sick.
Gotcha.
Hospital, you are already sick. You got over there, so they are trying to save your life. But to prevent, that outside, so you need to know what you're doing and what you need to avoid and how to prevent.
Okay. I'll stop there. I got a ton of questions.
I know.
This is just triggering all sorts of things.
I know, and I'll reserve the payer insurance side of things because I think you touched a little bit on it. I want to say something. I'll say it later.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I think from a payer's perspective, it is beneficial to focus on preventive care. But then when you start to add in more capitalistic type of incentives,
okay,
and you have venture capital that has taken over a lot of group practices and consolidated them. What you were talking about earlier, kind of like the panel of patients, and now you're timing doctors how long they can spend with the patient. You're taking some of that ability to really look at root cause and sit with the patient, understand the patient, and their actual history, which also from an insurance side has kind of gone away because we took away really that the HMO type of plan where you had to go to the same doctor first, and then that doctor would know you probably from a child to an adult because you've been going to the same guy for forever. And then when it was beyond his scope of practice, that's when he would refer you out. But even that handoff of the referral was more structured than it is now, where we've moved to a PPO model or a high deductible plan model where it's more onus on the actual individual for their care. So when we look at how America does healthcare, it is vastly different than everywhere else on the globe. And for first world countries that are elsewhere, they focus on keeping you out of the hospital, keeping you out of the doctor, whereas we tend to not think, we're super people, we're fine, and then all of a sudden something happens. And so it's crisis mode. And crisis mode, when you come at it from that angle, there isn't let's trace it all back. And I think even when you start to add in, as Tamara was saying, with the functional practitioners, even though it would make sense for insurers to cover that type of coverage, they're like, well, we're already paying this doctor over here. Why do we have to pay that one when you can just go to this one?
Gotcha. So it's a combination of culture, economic incentives as well that's ingrained as influential in culture, and then just the philosophy in general of psychopathy of the people of America that not as open to this broader panoply of different other treatments. Okay. It sounds like one heck of a daunting task to try to shift and change.
And that's why we're here to tell you.
That's a good segue. Okay.
Wonderful. Preventive care is.
Yes. And that probably is a good way of thinking now going to some of the other things that one should think about or start doing that you do in your practice. So let's talk about some of those things. Let's talk about you. And about what I can get.
What you can get, as a patient, when you're coming to us. Definitely. So we are offering the new service, as I mentioned to you guys before, is IV therapy covered by insurance. So this is like, you see, now it's coming traditional medicine and preventative medicine, but this is very important for the people who had post-COVID fatigue, like long-term post-COVID, dehydration, iron anemia, or nutritional deficiency, all of those. So you need to be qualified for it.
Okay.
So how exactly, like patients coming, we are screening a bunch of different questionnaires we are giving them to see their cognitive, functions, their fatigue, how they're doing during the days, what changes, what causing it. Then we are doing like complete comprehensive panel of blood work. So we are checking your hormones, your nutrition deficiency, your kidneys, your liver, whole panel of thyroid.
Okay.
Different bunch of different testings. And then we see what's going on with you. And then based on that, I'm creating customized IV therapy just for yourself, not like others, like Myers cocktail, as everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter you need or not, here you go. No, this is a different one. And then insurance can cover, because they see, yes, you're struggling, based on your results, based on your symptoms.
Yeah. And I think that ties into what we were hearing at the conference, where it's medicine is moving more towards personalization. And I think that is an important thing that we really need to think about, because we are all different. We have different genetic makeup. We have different, nutritional deficiencies. So how do we, understand ourselves better in order to be able to live our best lives?
Yeah. So also what we do genetic testing. Yes.
Okay.
But genetic testing, it depends which one. For example, patients coming to me with anxiety and depression. Actually, I got, one, it's not top, for this, but I got one call from my biller, and she's like, oh, Tamara, you know what? You cannot bill anxiety and depression as a primary diagnosis. I'm like, what do you mean I can't? I'm a nurse practitioner, with full practice authority. I've been seeing patients. This is my scope, and everything. And she's like, oh, you need to put, like chronic fatigues and all of those before that. So they're like, some stuff going on between insurances too. But when the patient coming to me and they're like, okay, we've been seen by different doctors and I'm still struggling, with anxiety. I tried different medications and I still have symptoms. Like, I don't know what's going on. Medication doesn't work. We tried like a couple different ones. I tried therapies. I'm always trying, natural first, like supplements as I have, the natural, like research-based and everything. And then adding like, okay, you need to go to the sauna for detoxification, your hormones, your toxins, everything. Then you need to exercise, blah, 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 all of those. But okay, then I'm like, you know what? I recommend genetic testing. And let's see if these medications that you've been taking is really going to work for you, or do we need to switch to another one? So they're simple tests. We swap chicks inside, sending, and this is lifelong test. you can have the result for forever. And it's showing like this medication in particular works for you, or it's like moderate, or you should not take it.
That is interesting.
Yeah, and there another test for MTHFR, if you are methylated, for example, vitamin B12 or not, or you need a specific one. Also telling you about your cardiovascular health. Also, if you're like smokers, then we need to switch medication. So there are different ones too.
Okay.
Even in thinking about this makes me, it recalls the book where it's like eating for your blood type. So like if we're saying genetically certain medications work for you or don't, well, medications are based off of basically food science, right? Which then even to me gives more credence to the idea that what we consume may or may not work for us.
Yeah.
So like I know with me, I could eat lamb all day, every day. Like I love it so much. And he's just like, okay, can we not have red meat? And I'm like, need it. I need it.
But poultry is
and I'm
for
like,
me,
I don't want it. I don't want the chicken.
Right?
Sorry.
He's like, I'm like, give me any bird. Like, I'll go ahead and take a pigeon and hack it.
Genetically, we are all different, Even like identical twins, I have personal, identical twins, 1%, everything. They are different.
Yeah.
So we're all different.
Cool. I was curious about the genetic testing because it brought up and so much you're saying just correlates to that conference that we just came from. And so I'm like, okay, because genetic testing, in the sense of how you're applying it, was the first time for me I was introduced that as the concept, right? And so I just wonder with genetic testing, when you get the test, is it being screened only for specific of what you're looking for? Like say you was trying to look for these set of medications and how it apply with someone's, DNA or genetics, or you can take the screening and then depends on another doctor's looking for something else that may be going on, they can just read it, or do you need to be screened again per the particular purpose each and every single time?
Yeah, so there are different tests. This one is like for medications, for anxiety, depression, ADHD, bipolar, all of those. But there are different tests for genetics that we can see, like, for example, screening for cancers, genetic tests too. So there are like a bunch of them. We also do like the Dutch test for hormones testing, so they're like, some people coming to me and they're like, you know what, I just want to do everything what is covered by insurance. I'm okay with that. I totally understand, not everyone can afford. So then I do run insurance, like do all the testing, even hormones by blood work and everything. But I'm telling them, if I cannot find anything, what I can do through insurance, then there are other options that we can do without insurance, and we can go deeper.
Gotcha.
And see the results. We can do stool samples, like GI map for your, gut issues. If you have leaky gut, you're going to have like a lot of different autoimmune disease and all of those.
Gotcha.
Like skin, eczema, asthma, allergies. Or we can do like hormone check if you're like struggling with premenopause, menopause, symptoms like fatigue, hormone imbalance, and all of those.
Nice. Okay. Is there anything we covered so much?
Well, you did touch on hormones. Should we go to hormones and energy regulation? What are key, either themes or issues you're seeing? Is there anything like widespread from like a hormone imbalance, and that you could tell, like, it's like, hey, if you're feeling this, or this, you may have that, you should probably come in. Like, is there anything like that?
Like markers?
Oh, yeah.
Like any quick markers?
I mean, there are a lot of symptoms that people experience, For example, you're like waking up in the morning, you're tired. What's going on, There can be different, there can be nutrition deficiency, yes, but there can be hormones. When you're waking up and during the night and you cannot fall asleep.
Maybe I should get tested.
Okay. What's your progesterone level? Then when you're waking up during the night and like you're sweat or cold and you're just turning up and down your heater, regulator. So probably there a problem, yes. Or when you're telling to your husband, you know what, I don't want to have anything, no intercourse or something like that. I don't feel it. I have low libido. I know not a lot of people telling about this, especially women, but they have really big problems at home. And when the patients come in, to me, and when we are closing the doors, so they're able, to talk and saying, what, Tamara, my husband complaining, for that, it's not the same as it was before. So what we can do? Then there are hormones going down, or vaginal dryness, or a irregular period or painful period. This is not normal when you have a painful period. Premenopause, this is not normal, what you experience. You need to check your hormones and balance them. By balance them with bioidentical, not synthetics.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
Asking about me, so what's the difference between synthetic and bioidentical?
Okay.
Simple answer. Okay. For example, you wore synthetic clothes.
Yes.
And you wore cotton clothes. What's the difference?
It feels better if it's real cotton.
Well, for me also, I have a chemical biological response, so I have to wear natural fibers, and it keeps my, I'm assuming it reduces the bacteria count. So body odor, I have almost none when I wear natural fibers, but when I wear synthetics, good Lord, I'm like a bear walking around here, so I have to wear natural.
Body, when we are putting synthetic hormones, we are going crazy up and down with everything. We got more symptoms than we had before. And then the problem is, people coming back and they're like, you know what, I can't take these hormones anymore. It's making it even worse. Their anxiety going up, or they are bleeding much more, or it's not helping at all. So when you're getting bioidentical, this is similar to your hormones, natural one. So that's why it's called bioidentical. It's almost no side effects. Once the right dosage and from the right side you're taking it.
Okay. So you're saying also first part before we got to the I don't know how to pronounce it. Bioidentical. Is that sometimes looking at the things that we normally consider as behavior, we need to address our behavior, right? Because oftentimes some people are like, well, you know what, you shouldn't eat. If you're waking up in the middle of the night, you just shouldn't eat. Or, you know what, you just got a lot on your mind, so you need to just do mindfulness and stress. But it also could be something that is actually going on a biological level that you may want to address, that just behavior modification is not necessarily will give you to a cure. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. But it may need to be coupled with looking at your biology and say, hey, something else is also impacting it as well. So, all right, before you start quitting that stressful job, you may want to get it, right? Because people are like, I'm just going to abandon and go to India, and I'm going to eat, pray, love this thing on out.
I mean, there's something else going on, let's check it out.
Yes.
Definitely. And I got so many patients like that, referred by psychiatrists, and they have, anxiety and depression and ADHD, and they're coming back to me and they're like, you know what, I want to have a complete blood work and check for everything. And they have iron deficiency, anemia, they have autoimmune disease, they have thyroid problems, vitamin D deficiency, bunch of different ones that we can address, and it's going to be much, much less problems.
I gotta make an appointment.
I'm like,
this is what I'm hearing.
There's some things I need
to go back, to your studio.
We'll do a switch out. We'll just do a switch out.
Because I have temperature regulation issues.
He
and
does.
I get like that. I was here, and I was sweating just for nothing, but just I swing and I run hot. And
what's your testosterone level?
I don't know. I haven't got it tested. I haven't got it looked at. Right? And as my mother put it, she was like, that's why that vasectomy that you had, that's what messed you up. And I was like, I don't quite know if that's the reason why, but
always need to be checked. So
yeah. I never thought about my testosterone levels when it comes to the heat and body regulation.
And also, there are like different levels. For example, people going and checking their hormones and everything, and they are like, oh, this is normal. I'm like, okay, they're normal and they're optimal levels.
Okay.
So it depends.
Okay.
For example, even like, testosterone from 200 to 1,100. How are you going to feel when you have like 200 to 250, and you're going to have like 900? There are huge difference.
Yeah, huge difference. Yeah.
The same with vitamin D, normal from 30 to 100. So how are you going to feel when you have like 30, and how are you going to feel when you have like 70, 80 optimal level? Much difference, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think I need to make another doctor's appointment. You put some things
yes,
on
and push it.
Yeah, I literally just said yesterday. I didn't think about it. So I didn't ask her yesterday. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm a student today. Thank you. All right.
Welcome.
Now back. I'm
Okay. So then I guess let's have our last topic: nutrition. And using nutrition for root cause. We kind of talked about it a little bit sprinkled in, but tell us definitively why nutrition is important and what we can do, like maybe a couple quick tips that you can share.
Okay. So let's go back, when there was no stores, nothing, and people was just living in the villages, and they was growing, their vegetables, fruits, and all of those. They was eating just natural what they grow, yes, and they was not sick like people right now. Personal, I had my twins. I have 2 kids and then my twins. After I had them, my health went down, like very, very bad. I was pre-diabetes, my thyroid was up, hemoglobin A1C up, everything. So I went to my doctor and she's like, Tamara, you need to start metformin, you need to start your thyroid medication, and blah, 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 blah. I was overweight after kids, and I did everything. I couldn't lose weight. So she's like, we need to start. I'm like, okay, give me 3 months.
Yeah.
She gave me 3 months. I came back home, and I was like, okay, I need to change. I need to change everything, what I've been doing. Before, I was fine before the kids. Then I went to plant-based. Only plant-based. So I started listening a lot of like podcasts and reading books and documentaries, video, and everything. In 3 months, I lost weight. All my hormones went back to normal. My sugar went back to normal. I came and she's like, what's going on? What have you been doing? I'm like, I just changed my daily, routine, what I've been eating. A lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I've been doing smoothies in the morning. I removed meat completely. Then I added a little bit. And even now, I don't eat a lot of like processed food or meat. I'm just like focusing more like on vegetables, fruits, lentils for proteins. People asking, what about protein? Protein is important, very important for you, definitely, especially as you age, you need to take it. But you need to add also like supplements, because unfortunately right now, it's not the same quality of food as it was before. Before, when we was eating like one, handful of spinach, now you need to eat like 2 or 3 bowls of that. That's for the quality of that food. So that's why you need to choose, like, in addition, some supplements, but you need to choose the right supplements. And people sometimes doesn't know, they're just taking whatever, on the market. There are a lot of different supplements. But like, I recommend my patients, choose a good brand. I mean, what kind of good brand is going to be? Research-based. When they're like researchers, study, like third party testified and everything. There are no hormones, no toxins in it. And then you can take it in addition. But before you're going to take it, you should check your blood and everything works. Because sometimes it's bad when it's less. For example, vitamins deficiency, and when it's like too much, it's bad too. So you need to be in moderate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but food is very important, definitely. This is like high.
All right.
Food is medicine.
Food is medicine.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's time for some questions.
All right.
Jordan,
we are ready for our questions.
So my first question is, if my mitochondria had a voice, what would it tell me about today's lifestyle?
No.
I love that.
Yeah, it's probably personally, I'm not sure about your, mitochondria because you're not my patient yet. But what I can say, for the most of my patients, definitely, change your lifestyle. What I am telling, do exercise, walk at least like 30 minutes, brisk walk. At heavy lifting, at sauna for detoxification, for hormone balance and everything, mindfulness, pray or dance or swimming, doesn't matter. Just do something for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Love it.
My second question is, what is the biggest thing that you wish women of 35 or older knew about hormonal changes?
I wish that they know that they're not alone, and what their experience is real, and there's no band-aid gonna cover. So they need to just speak up and tell what their symptoms are.
I like that.
Final question. What is your personal non-negotiable when it comes to restoring your own energy?
Oh, it's very hard. It's very hard because I have 4 kids and I see patients and then I own the business. My husband helping me too. So there are a lot of stress going on. So my energy going up and down, and I'm trying to manage everything. So I prioritized eating good, then taking care of myself. I'm going for now massage.
Yes.
The best one.
Yes.
I'm going to yoga and halo heat sauna just to relax and also for detoxification. So it's giving me the energy boost.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, that's
see,
that's
so it was easy, right?
I learned so much. I'll be honest with you. I mean, a lot on my mind. So yeah.
All right. Well, I think this was a great episode, Tamara.
Yes.
Thank you so much for opening up your clinic, having us here on site.
Yes.
Again, this is European Integrative Wellness, located off of, we were on Deal, right? Deal Road.
This is Deal, Schumann and Deal.
Schumann and Deal. So
and
really close, right? Yeah, to Naperville. So if you're in the area, please come.
Yes.
Visit Tamara and get your hormones and your genetics and your blood work done. I think I'm going to make an appointment.
Sure.
Yeah,
You need
it. Yeah, I need it.
And so there's another episode of Salt
Sauna
Soul. All right.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Salt Sauna Soul, where wellness meets wisdom, one episode at a time. If you found today's conversation inspiring, helpful, or just plain soul-soothing, we'd love it if you'd share it with someone who could use a little more calm, clarity, or community in their life. You can listen and subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or watch the full experience on YouTube. Just search Salt Sauna Soul and hit that follow or subscribe button. It helps more than you know. Got a wellness tip, question, or a story of transformation? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a comment on YouTube or leave us a review wherever you're listening. It keeps the conversation going. This podcast has been powered by Halo Heat Sauna Studios, where touchless wellness meets total restoration. Learn more or book your next session at haloheatsaunastudios.com. Until next time, breathe deep, stay warm, and keep nurturing your soul.